children. See, when a word or a household word is rejected, it's given or transferred to the next generation. I like to say it this way. Now, I've been doing some research in my own natural family. And this might not be a super prophetic message, but I don't know. Amen. But I've been doing a little research the last couple of years. And one of the people in my family is kind of like a family historian. And we found out that we went back a couple generations back. And my triple great-grandfather, his name was Isaac Hall, was 26 years old. And he fought with the Union Army in the Civil War. And he won his freedom because at that time, Lincoln was asking slaves, if you join the Union Army, I'll give you your freedom. And I saw the documents of when he had to go to the person that owned him, and the guy signed it. He joined, he was 26 years old, he joined in 1864. The war was over in 65, so he had to fight like 8 months. And he got free. I found out this, and I thought about this. I said, isn't that interesting? You know, he's a triple great-grandfather, and then you come down the line, and he has all these great-grandsons that are all athletes, that are all people like have a warrior spirit, a fighting spirit, that are relentless in their pursuit, and all these things begin to trickle down. And as I began to realize that these words that are over people's families, when they are rejected, so there were people in my natural family, and the men that were before us, the three that were before us, before we got to him, none of them were preachers. People always say, well, I came from, my dad was a pastor, and I'm a pastor, and I'm a pastor. No, that's not my case. Nobody was in the ministry. I don't know who was really saved, but nobody was in the ministry. And so what I started to realize is the prophetic word is so powerful that it never stops moving once it's released. See, the scripture says, and I said this last night, in Isaiah 55, he says, as the rain comes down and does not return there, the snow comes down and does not return there, but waters the earth. He says, so shall my word be that goes forth out of my mouth. Okay? When he releases a word over you, see, and this is the trick to it, he releases a word in a meeting like this, or he releases a word over a congregation, you think that word is new. It's not new. That word has been in the earth for years. And it's been spoken over family members as it comes down the line. What has happened many times, some family members have rejected it. They didn't want it. So I got excited one day when I started to look at this thing. And I said, well, my three brothers, God bless them. And if they see this, God bless them, triple God bless them. But last year I was in Baltimore, Maryland preaching. And my oldest brother, he lives there, and he came to see me. I said, I'm going to be in Maryland preaching. I said, why don't you come to the church, man? He said, well, man, you're not going to do that, I'm saying.